go ikela go selea ka bela ngwanaka siana o to go nthusa dio tse o mo ga nna ke itse gate go bereka ya mo ngwanaka
mmele tse re ka laptop lo to iraing
ke batla go senda email
so no batini like press or laptop e kono tshuba ke ya la bona re ya tshuba go tswang fo la go irisa mo gore khono ya go Google agere
go Google
so a re dirisa re Google la re email le re o sa la to senda email go mang
go changu
yaanong since lo ato sandala changu le kwala leina la ga to changu yaanong ha la go kwala gore lo ato sanda
ke batla mo sandela report ya go kerekeng
ke ye wa pressa o irisa ma igere o irisa button ye gore e send igere yaanong ke ya ra pressa and then ke already
wa itse ke go rutile sente ngwanaka
ndo tsara rutwa go sekolo ya go motho fela
ha wana ke go itse go sekoleng ke a itse gore ana bile upstairs sharp.
Education is the foundation of progressive socio-economic development. Yet for many students in Botswana's underserved communities, access to technology has been a challenge. Botswana Communications Regulatory Authority, BOCRA, is changing this narrative by constructing fully fledged ICT laboratories through its Corporate Social Investment Program and the Universal Access and Service Fund, UASF. We kickstart our journey of this remarkable undertaking with 4 primary schools in 𝗪𝗪𝗂𝗵𝘁 village, Botlokwa National, Botsalano, 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵𝘁, and 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵 primary schools.
Hi, my name is Fatima Afzal. I'm a student in 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵 Primary School doing standard 7.
Hello, I'm 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵. I came to this school like 3 years ago. I'm doing the 7th grade in Botswana Primary School.
My name is 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵 𝗵𝘁. I am 11 years old. My school is 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵. I'm in class 6C.
Hi, my name is 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗵 𝗵𝘁. I'm doing standard 6 from Botlokwa National School.
So now since the labs came here, we are getting to understand more of what's happening, like how to use the computers.
So now that we have our object or character, there are tabs on the left side, which are the blocks to our code. We have the motion, control, looks, sensing, sound, operators, pen, and variables.
There was an event that happened here and we were all in a competition with other schools to see what we could code on the computers, and our team, 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵𝘂𝗵 Primary School, won the competition. Thus I got an interest into code and create machines and games and programs.
I think the facility that we got here in Botlokwa National, first of all, was a blessing, because in the era that we live in, we need to equip our kids with basic ICT skills so that they can also use it for survival. In the time that we are living in, we know most kids, we don't have kids who are all academically gifted. So it is an advantage for those kids who are gifted in the practical side of learning or education. So it gives them the opportunity also to show their ability or capabilities.
It's going to make me have a better future, because when I grow up I want to be a scientist. So this will teach us how to edit and make better opportunities for us in our future.
It has made us independent to actually be confident. And that's how these computer labs have actually helped us.
So with the introduction of the ICT lab, 𝗪𝘁𝗂𝗵𝘂𝗵𝘂𝗵, we dirisa alongside our classrooms to enhance learning, especially the concepts that we feel our bana will understand better. Balibile the video. We also use the lab for high introduction to computer lessons.
They are very much powered into knowing how to research it, how to use it. You don't necessarily need to call me or to call the school head or to call the ICT officer to say, the laptop. No. They do it themselves. And then after that, that is when here and there they come to ask. But mostly, because we even have reps within them, who we think we keep them more. To say, should they be this problem, help them this way. So you understand that these people now, they do it themselves, whereby now it's more child-centered, because they don't do these things themselves.
We held a cybersecurity awareness workshop for the learners so that they can be able to protect themselves while they use internet, because sometimes they can come here and research for themselves. So we have taught them how they can protect themselves.
Kana gantsi a kere ba dirisa difounu tsa batsadi ko malapeng mme ha irile ano ha ba setse ba tsena ko go tsone ba lebagana le tsone e be ba nna le yone maikutlo a bona nna ko godimo.
My friend Lentle was getting a C, now she's getting a B just because of the computers, and she was researching. Now she understands the thing that she's researching. Even at home, when we were talking, we would be talking about school things, and then she would just tell me, even when I don't know something in class, she would tell me. And even in the school, people are starting to talk about it, how it improved the grades and everything.
Before, I had never known how to code, and it has really impacted my life. And I am now more educated, and I can help to change the world.
Added to the list is 𝗖𝗦𝗜 Primary School, a richly diverse society found a few kilometers after 𝗪𝗁𝗜 village in the Kweneng East part of Botswana.
Good afternoon, my name is 𝗪𝗁𝗜 𝗗𝗵𝗂𝗆. I'm doing standard 5B in 𝗖𝗦𝗜 Primary School.
My name is 𝗪𝗁𝗜.
My name is 𝗪𝗁𝗜. What I know about the ICT labs is that they help us research about things we don't understand or information we do not know.
I usually do in the lab, we research to research some of the things that are difficult.
It makes it easier because we were searching in the smart board so that we can understand that what my teacher was saying.
Well, it made learning easier because for the information you don't know, you can just come to the lab and research about it, and it will demonstrate it to you. For example, if you do not know about maths or something in maths like long division, you can just come and then research about long division, and it will help, and it will give you a video or picture or how you do it.
In the past, we had experienced some of challenges such as inaccessibility to information. Due to the lack of resources such as textbooks, with the accessibility of ICT labs, we are able to access information which we integrate into teaching and learning. Therefore, it has bridged the gap between learners and educators, and therefore we can integrate it into the curriculum.
If you look at the school, the background of the school before the ICT labs installation, we only had one computer, especially for the school head. If you look at the school after the installation of the ICT lab, teaching and learning has improved, as both teachers and learners have access to different online platforms.
Computer lab is catering us with the current information. It doesn't also limit information like before. Before we were relying much on books, and if a book is for standard 6, it only caters for standard 6. But computer information has access for faster learners. They can even go ahead of the current topic.
We have managed to participate in the 𝗪𝗁𝗜 competitions at the National Science Week in 2023. And the ICT lab really helped us because teachers and pupils, they were researching, so they managed to attend the competition.
𝗪𝘁𝗰 Primary School, a Kopong village-situated basic education provider, is among the many other schools that have benefited from a very similar initiative.
The lab has made learning easier for me because I get to use the computers, which help me research other things which I don't understand. And the printer, when we can use the printers so that we can write our exams.
The subject which is hard to me is agriculture. So I would love to always search for the questions that are hard to me. What I like most about the labs is the smart board because it helps me to research anything I want to research.
I like the computers because I can research what is difficult for me, like in social studies.
The availability of the lab definitely has a great impact in advancing digital literacy when it comes to both students and teachers, because you have to factor in that for a majority of the time teachers have been doing everything, should I say, manually, both using paper and then chalkboards as well. So now they've moved from doing that, they can use the board, so they can also display pictures for kids to trace, standard 1 kids tracing.
Yes, it does, in the fact that we have taught students in the conventional way in classes. But now, when the laboratory came, we were able to teach students to see pictures, to be able to assimilate all this information that they have seen or taught at class.
Yes, the availability of the lab helps a lot, especially in us, the teachers, and the people at large. We will give the learners the correct information and the up-to-date information.
There's a great change in their behavior. I've got one student who is, I will say, he's an introvert. He normally isolates himself from other students, but since the introduction of coming to the lab, he really liked coming to the lab, and he's the one who normally assists me because I'm not perfect in the use of smart board. He's the one who always assists me, even in class. He has changed. He participates in class, but before that he was very shy.
𝗪𝘰𝗰 Primary School, a village in the 𝗪𝘂𝗓𝗔 district of Botswana, near the southern border with South Africa, received a state-of-the-art computer laboratory valued at 2.8 million pula. Thus, a computer lab, classroom, ablutions, 30 laptops, and furniture were officially handed over on January 24th, 2025.
Ke tletse BOCRA ya dutile sekolo se ba tsentse Wi-Fi on the old lab way quiet and a few desktops, digital tablet. So since I got to work at this lab, I felt like it is the best help or handout but to see this community. I was very thrilled to be the mini laptops. So kids can sit here. Then I use this for demonstration. On top of that, printer benefit the school, benefit the community. But I did they come here by printer, type, the CV, the application letter, with probably career guidance, apply online.
So how can I schools? Especially the classrooms. So we had a project in a video connecting classroom. So we were running around the companies at least we get a company and we do a BOCRA. Let's say then I met them. I have this copy and happy. With this statement there, BOCRA is aware that the school has no electricity now and will engage the school and relevant authorities in the district to address the matter. Or they engage the council. We engage the council in 2015 Then irile ka Thursday on the 9th of April, be batla ho adopt. They brought everything here. Batlisa the photocopy machines, batlisa everything as an adoption. So re lebogetse tsone dilo tse re di filweng ke BOCRA.
Our kids, we should need to encourage them for this make very good use of the technology, these resources that we have. And one thing also, hongole bone, relika gore baska dirisa, gore ba ruta gore baska shouldn't get interested more in pornography and stuff. But well, encourage them for focus more at the end of the day, it will only reap good results for them.
No learner is left behind in the 21st century. And as you know, President is emphasizing ICT and reaching out to the remote areas in terms of technology and online services and the digitalization transformation and the e-services and e-learning. And this is part and parcel of what is going to be achieved in that regard. So we're very happy. It's a gesture that is welcome. That is why we are here as the ministry, and we thank BOCRA for that, and moreover the Universal Service Fund for providing funds to achieve such. So we're very happy. It sets well with our objectives of reaching out and ensuring that no child is left behind in terms of ICT.
Into this bargain is 𝗪𝗂 Primary School, a school in the Okavango district.
tse di batang botekiniki jo bo tlhokega jone jo jwa lebuye yaanong ke tsaya re ka anywa go le gontsi thata re le setšhaba
ra lebogela thata BOCRA this ke sone se re se tlhokang nna re le bagolo ko metseng gore a mananeo a se ka nna ntha ile ngwana ya ka thola tira akanya dilo tse tsotlhe re di bona go boga borona yanong se BOCRA e se dirile re se lebogela thata sta thusa banana ba rona sta lemosa botsadi gore tota lokera ka matshelo a ba bangwe kana ka thuto ya bangwe through the internet.
𝗪𝗁𝗜 Satellite Primary School in the far terrains of Good Hope District, a village bordered by Mokatako village and the South African borderline between the Ramatlabama and 𝗪𝗏𝗏 border posts.
𝗪𝗜 ke motse o motlana o motla sa motse wa Mokatako o eleng gore ke motse wa 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗵 ke khosana ka kwano mo 𝗪𝗏 pele ga re ka agela sekolo se ba gaetso go ne go se botshelo bone bo se bonolo botshelo bone bo re bokete bana ba tsoga ba Mokatako Primary School mo ne gore bana ba tsamaya 6 kilometers ka maoto ba tsamaya 6 kilometers go boa nako ngwe ha madi wa bana a tla sa nna sentene le gore ba tsena go sekolong ba tla ntse ba lapile ngwana ha tsena go sekolong o na le tsapa nako ngwe o tshwarwa ke boroko mantsi ba ngwana ha tsena mo lapeng o tshwarwa ke boroko o lapile o swantse a dire di-homework yaanong go kgoreletsa bana mo go direng di-homework sentle mme yaanong ba BOCRA ba tla ba re agela sekolo ke se sa manobonobo sekolo se sentle thata sengwe sa dikolo tse dintle mo Botswana ke mpho e leng gore re itumeletse thata ba gaetsho mo e leng gore sekolo se ga ise se bereke mme setse se hetotse matshelo a rona ka nkgo re itumetseng ka teng re setse re na le ponelopele ya gore botshelo bo hetogile re na le sekolo sa rona mo e leng gore re sologetse gore mo sekolo se ga setse se tlabo se simolotse se bereka bana ba tla dira botoka ka ebile se na le maranyane mo e leng gore mo thutong ya gompieno e godileng bana ba rona ba tla dira go le gontle thata maikutlo a me ala ka sekolo se ke gore ke itumetse go eta selekanyo mo e leng gore baagi ba 𝗪𝗏 ba duduetsa letsatsi le letsatsi sekolo sa rona se sentle ba gaetso
mo sekolong se rona re le mabedisi go na le karolo e re neng re tsaya ne re tla tsatsi le letsatsi re checka boagi ba baneng ba le mo sekolong bangwe ba maloko a rona a VDC ba ne ba tsenya matsogo mo sekolong jaaka ba ne ba aga terata, ba thekeletsa sekolo, ba aga bo di-guard room.
Tota sekolo sena sa Molete Primary se tse pharologano ka gore rona go tswe mo Molete re tsena sekolo re sokotse thata. Re ne re tsamaya ka transport mme e duelwa, nako tse dingwe ga o sa duele o le ngwana no o folosiwa. So ne go nna dingalo, so yaanong le sekolo se se tla go tla re le banana re ne ra itumela thata re bona gore bo bonna rona ba tlile go tshela sentle ka gore yaanong le one ka re ntse ba e pagama. Nako tse dingwe ga go le dipulana bana ba dikolong a ba se dikolong yana gore re keng ba ba ileng dikolong ba mokata ko primary school ba siwa ke dithuto. Ha ba go tsena kwa go simola go boela ko morago mo dimodulong. So yaanong sekolo sa rona se re thusitse thata le rona re le banana se tlo gore fa le ditiro.
Re le ba motse wa Molete sekolo ra se itumelela. Re se itumeletse tota re lo leboga go menagane ba BOCRA le bono re iretse sekolo mo motseng wa rona wa Molete. Sekolo se e sale re se lopile mo motseng wa Molete ke santse ke le kana ka nyena jana. Me ka bo modimo gompieno ke se teng re a se bona ka matlho ebile re bua jana re le ha go sone. Ke ne ke re ka jalo ba BOCRA re lo lebogile batho modimo o lo godise modimo o lo tutise a pula e renele.
What really inspired BOCRA to do this ICT lab initiatives is to provide connectivity to mostly underserved communities, and it was more focused more to learners to have access to technology. You may want to appreciate that most primary schools don't have access to ICT services. So with the labs initiatives, we are able to provide students with tablets and have access to internet. So in that case, now they are able to be at par with students mostly in urban areas. So for the students at the remote areas, they have access to information that under normal circumstances, using traditional learning, they would not have access to.
This is BOCRA, a communications regulator whose mandate is deeply rooted in a diverse range of functions emanating from active involvement in enhancing digital literacy in schools through its corporate social investment CSI initiatives, such as the recent establishment of the state-of-the-art computer laboratories at 9 schools. The initiative aims at providing students with essential digital skills, fostering creativity, innovation, and critical thinking. The project is part of BOCRA's broader effort to promote ICT literacy and bridge the digital divide in Botswana. This project magnifies how BOCRA nurtures education, the signature of Botswana's national development agenda to create equal opportunities and foster a digitally empowered society.